Welcome back, World of Tanks fans. This is Stalker 13R and Team Able, Team Anything But Last. I'm bringing you another bottom tier, top of the list. That's what that BT TOTL is all about, and it's not to show that I'm so great, because I'm not, but it's a point of frustration in the game for a lot of people, is being bottom tier, and we're going to go up against some of those premium tier 8s and our tier 6 today, and I'm going to let the stats play in the background here, so if you're interested in that, you can hit pause and take a look and see what happened, but so if I'm not bringing it to show you that I'm great, why am I bringing this to you? Well, here on the channel, we want to increase the amount of fun that you have in the game and put some tools in your toolbox that you might be able to reduce those bottom tier games where you just get wrecked and you don't feel that you made a contribution to the team, so that even if the team wins, it's a hollow victory. You felt like you were useless to the team, or if they do lose, then you just feel that it was insurmountable odds, and how could this happen? So we're just going to look at some things that you can do to play well together with your team and be supporting to them, because that's our focus here on the channel, and how you can actually make a useful contribution to your team. So here we are on Westfield again, and I finally got the 90 on this Hellcat. So we're going to see if we can get it in the game. Now my original thought was, okay, yeah, I've got the 90 on the Hellcat, I'm bottom tier. Maybe I'll just go up to the bridge and see what life is like down there on the southeast corner down that 0 line, and see what life is like over there. I don't spend a lot of time over there. I am in a TD with slow turret rotation, so maybe I'll just take it easy and snipe today. So I get started out of the gate because you want to get into position quickly. But I'm watching my mini-map, and I'm seeing how many people are coming over here. I've always said you don't need more than, 3 or 4 people up there to hold that location. And that the real battle is up here at the top of the hill. Well, when I realized too many people were headed that way, I just decided to go somewhere else, because I do have some mobility, and on this map, changing flanks is an option. So I went ahead and did that, because I know I'm going to be able to come up here in a forward position and be able to spot some targets. And now you're going to see my A7 Cav Stalker 13R popping up. When I recorded this replay, I thought I'd try to do the commentary as the replay recorded, and it didn't. So I'm having to do it now. So don't think that I was chatting away on my headset through the whole game. I've always got my microphone on mute when I'm in game. So if nothing else happens, at the very least, I have to think long enough to turn my mic on before I speak to someone in game. So, and my recommendation is don't. Nobody listens. So just avoid that. So we're going to come up here, and of course their spotters are up in position first, and they're nice enough when they get shot to stop and let me reload so I can shoot them again, and I really appreciate that. So, that always helps. And now you can see that I've got one guy off to my left, and that's going to help screen for anybody that might come around the town, so I can sit here and shoot. And we've got 2 heavies that, instead of moving up the edge of the map and then cutting into the bottom of those hills, have decided that they'd just charge across the open field and sit in the low ground in front of an enemy gun line. So I'm spotted there, and what do? I'm going to be smart, and I'm going to back off and break that spot. This situation's still developing, and there will still be targets of opportunity to shoot in a minute. We're not under the gun just yet. Now in game, one of these heavies is, calling for the team to, we should move up, and, where's the team? They're not supporting him. Well, as you can see, I'm firing my gun as fast as it'll go, and some of these targets are tier 8 premiums. So I don't feel like charging across an open field to sit in low ground in front of them, and I'll just support from here, thank you very much. But yeah, so that's the attitude you can often get. But so maybe, if your strategy is when you're bottom tier to be as aggressive as these guys are and try to get in there and and Brawl is a lower tier. That might be why bottom tier isn't working out for you. So am I camping? Am I back at the spawn waiting for the enemy team to come and defend the base? No. I'm almost halfway up the map at the top of the hill, and I've been shooting my gun pretty much as fast as I can reload. And we've been getting some good damage. I've already got, 7 penetrations, 2 spotting assists, and is that 2 tracked assists there? So, we're racking up the damage. Now I was spotted and I had to back off again. And in-game, I thought this medium lived a little bit longer, and that I'd be able to get up here and get one more shot in while everybody was looking at him. But I end up taking a shot, and luckily I got my repair kit and got out of there before that second one hit me, because it would have ruined my day. Now that medium's backed off. This position is lost. We are overrun. So I'm going to pop up one more time just to get spotted, so they'll think I'm still trying to hold on to this position. But this is something I know from experience on this map, is that TD that's on the bridge, on the ridge line behind us where I'm moving towards now, he's so far away you have a maximum view range. So even if I'm in radio range of that tank destroyer, even if I can spot those targets that are coming across that field, they'll be beyond my support gun's maximum view range, and they won't be able to see them even if I have them on the spot. So I've got to move back here, and oops, sorry, the Stalker 13R is not a good driver. Tried to give him the sorry, but I ended up with ready to fire instead. And we're going to get back over here because we've got the light tank was moving down, putting pressure on our base that they were going to cap, and we've got those tier 8 premiums that are going to come up to the ridge line here. So I've got to get over there and help. Now these other tanks can spot for themselves. I want to get into a spot where I just have a narrow window to fire out of, because I can't take another hit from these big tanks. And I'm a little worried about that tier 7 light over there. It's one of those SP1Cs or whatever they are, and he could wreck my day if he got into the right position. So I'm going to track that. It's a mutant, and what I'm doing here on the replay is trying to get it to show there so that we can see what kind of vehicle it is. And I end up tracking him and keeping him in place, and lets these other guns do the work and take him out. So again, instead of trying to hold my position and wondering why the team isn't supporting me because the targets I'm spotting are beyond their view range and they can't see what I'm spotting for them to shoot at, I just fell back to where the team was and then tracked that target so they could get their guns in the game. Now I'm going to spend a little more time. I thought there was going to be one more vehicle up here on the ridge line, so I wanted to work out this way instead of just go back, and it took me a little bit there. But it looks like that ridge line's clear. They've probably made the smart play as well, just like I fell back to protect our base here, and a couple of these other tanks did as well. That's probably what their tanks have done. They've realized that even though they won their flank, the other flank had fallen, and it's always the good idea when that happens to go back to your base. Don't push on to cap, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to get on cap first and win. So always fall back to your base first if it's going to be a race to who gets to cap. You'll never hurt your team's chance of winning, like Klaus says, if you fall back to base. So we've got a couple of guys down in the valley, and I want to get up here and maybe get some flank fire because that fight's already underway. And maybe they won't be looking here, and I'll get just a little more damage in. Now, I haven't spent a lot of time in the Hellcat here, so I'm not familiar with its reverse speed and just how far up here exposed I got, but I can see just a little sliver of that hammer. And I'm being greedy, and I get one in the commander's hatch. And as he turns to face me, I'm going to try to get one more in because I'm greedy, thinking I can back down this hill, but look how slow I'm going. And no. So we didn't survive this one, but it is a win for our team, and I do feel that we made a meaningful contribution to help that come about. So I hope that gives you some ideas on things that you can do when you're bottom tier. Instead of being as aggressive as you are when you're top tier, look at how you can play that support. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.